Sponsored by the Good Time Tavern.
We're gonna place this guy.
Livermore, California.
What?
We're gonna place this.
Now,
Yeah.
with that being said, all the way from Livermore, California, ladies and gentlemen, it's the FB and Go Show!
What up, everybody? And how you doing? And welcome to the FB and Goob's weekly wrap-up of sports. I'm
Goob
FB,
I'm the Goob. Absolutely.
sponsored by the Good Time Tavern of Livermore, California. How is the Goob?
The Goob is fantastic.
You are?
As usual.
You are fantastic.
I mean, hold on. Me, Piace, sports. Me, Piace, Chibo. I like sports and food. That's it.
That's it. All right, awesome. So,
How you doing?
I'm good. My burns are almost healed. So, yeah. If anybody knows what this green stuff is in the bottle, if you get sunburns, use that.
I heard you can grow that in your front yard and stuff.
I did.
Weird.
So, or I didn't, but somebody did. And whoever that was, thank you. So I appreciate you
Solid.
very, very much. It's the one time something in nature did good for somebody.
Oh, yeah. And we did have a couple things that were in nature that were not so good.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what can be fucked up about nature. Aloe vera, not so much. Snakes, yeah.
Well, I mean, I was thinking, things in nature that were great. And then I went to, your home country, Scotland.
How was it there?
And this guy, he's working hard. He's a construction guy, trying to throw some broken beer bottles. I mean, I don't know if he's trying to drink the beer.
Was he in Scotland?
He was in Scotland.
It's a good possibility he was trying to drink the beer.
Possibility.
It's a good possibility.
That's right. This guy got bit by probably the one snake in the United Kingdom that is venomous.
Oh, it's only one snake in the whole United Kingdom, but a venomous snake.
I mean, there can't be many of them.
No, probably not. It's not a very snake
The
walk.
picture should be behind us, but it looks like the Good Time Tavern, which I like to go to that.
I like to go to that too.
All right, there, that it is. Whew.
So that's his hand. So there's the puncture wounds. You can see them right there.
All right, so
It
fucked
looks
up.
like his hand has been underwater for a long time.
Like, honestly, when was the last time a Scotsman was bitten by a venomous snake?
Probably the days of William Wallace.
And he would just
The last days, you know.
he would just throw it
It was
away.
brutal. It looks though like it's going to peel off nicely and probably be a nice looking hand if you look at it. It looks like it's peeling well. So
I mean, you would know with your aloe vera and everything.
oh yeah, as long as the skin peels good. And then aloe vera again right after. So apply, peel, apply, because you're peeling that second layer of skin too, I can promise you.
And I'll be honest, that's kind of fucked up. But
Those
you hear?
bite marks are great.
Did you hear?
This over here.
Oh, that is nice. But did you hear leprosy's back?
I heard something
Full
about
force.
leprosy. Oh, well, full force in some states.
Yeah.
Actually, there's 5 states I read. 5 states that have leprosy hanging in there. I mean, still have we're still talking about it.
Well, I can't believe we're talking about it just in general.
I can.
Like leprosy's back. You know, like when your hand falls off.
Technology goes forward and diseases come back.
and we can blame armadillos
For the leprosy?
for most of it. But Florida, I feel like they're doing something weird there.
Yes.
I'm not sure what it is. There's no armadillos in Florida.
There's not going to be any people in Florida eventually. I heard Florida. I mean, it's a tough place, man.
I think I'm going to say here first. The FB and Goob show, people in Florida may be having sex with crocodiles.
No, I don't think that. Maybe.
You want to say that?
No, I don't want to say
Nah.
that. I think that's impossible.
Goob said it.
Goob said it.
The other guy's smarter.
Yeah, I don't think that's possible.
All right. Well, fuck it.
I don't see you. That's what you're saying. Fuck it. I don't think you can do it. I just don't think you can. I don't know if I'm getting. And plus, they have eggs, don't they? I could see somebody doing that weird chicken and the egg thing. Hey, do you know what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Well, leprosy came way nastier than that.
No, it's the chicken, you asshole.
Oh, chicken.
Eggs are only produced by the protein from chickens. So it would have to be the chicken that came first. Just
of course.
saying. So that's fucked up. Anything else fucked up?
No.
All right, then. Here's our weekly sports wrap-up.
Yes.
Go sports. And we'll start with what's going. And what's going is I know NFL's preseason is going, but there's not a lot to talk about in preseason. And I already spent 11 minutes with you beautiful people talking about the Packers, and you spent 11 minutes with all these beautiful people talking about the Niners.
Trade deadline, baby.
Trade deadline.
This is important. Every team has made a decision.
Yeah, and the Dodgers made no decision.
I don't think anyone in the NL has made any decisions.
So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
So, well, listen. Let's just start where we always start.
Sure.
And the Orioles are still flying high. I am so excited about the Orioles.
Yeah.
I mean, they are staying strong, and even the Rays are hanging in there. I'm like,
No, Rays are killing it. Baltimore's, they're the team to beat right now.
which is unbelievable. They've almost tied the Braves,
They added Flaherty. Yeah, you're right. Wins. They're
67 to
with-
69.
They're right there with the Braves.
I'm thrilled. The whole division is unbelievable.
No. Awesome things have happened. I mean, the Rays have added Savali from the Indians.
Right.
We'll get to that. The Guardians have dumped everybody.
Which made no sense because they're only 1 game back or 2 games back of the Twins. So I didn't understand why they were dumping players when they could possibly not wild card.
The Indians / Guardians are famous for this. They will sell people a year and a half before their contract's up, and they like the return.
But they're still in the. They're just still in the playoff hunt now.
And you know what? 1 game back from Minnesota. Minnesota's not that good. Maybe Cleveland actually pulls something off. Who
Probably
knows?
could have won the division. They can't get a wild card because they're nowhere near any of the top. Well, the whole East. The whole East is ahead of the whole Central. Correct. So they cannot get a wild card.
Right.
But they can win the division. So
going back to the East. Baltimore looks great. They added Flaherty.
Correct.
Tampa Bay looks great. They added Savale from the Guardians. The Red Sox, Yankees, they all added a reliever at no cost.
Right.
So everyone in that division is ready to play still.
Yankees didn't add any bats, though. So I thought.
No bats.
No bats. Just Judge.
No, Tampa Bay. I'll be honest. Toronto, they lost Bo Bichette to injury, so they added Paul DeJong in the St. Louis exodus because everyone in St. Louis has been traded.
Right. Well, this is a first for St. Louis.
So Toronto's making a move. Baltimore and Toronto or Tampa Bay are making a move.
Right.
Boston and Yankees, their fans are probably left
Wondering.
Wondering,
Right.
what do you guys?
I feel like the Dodgers fans are left wondering. Giants fans, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So, going to the Central, and if you want to go to the Central, Guardians gave up.
Yeah.
So they gave it to the Twins. This is what
Weird.
they're saying. I'm like, they're 1 game back.
Yeah.
And they're just, all right, that's fine.
Like I said, they have a 1.5 year plan with a lot of their.
Well, with
guys.
them giving up, the Tigers are only 5 games back. Did the Tigers were gonna give up, and he said no?
Tigers gave up Lorenzen to the Phillies.
Okay.
White Sox gave up a bunch of guys. Giolito.
Yeah, but the White Sox are completely out.
Yeah,
I mean,
White
they're
Sox
White
are
Sox.
done.
The White Sox are in the same category as the
sellers.
Royals and the A's. They're all done. We're just finished. But Tigers still in it. They're not finished. They're still.
They're not.
They're 5 games out, man. It's not a very good division. You can't tell me that there's not a possibility they can't get on a hot streak and win. Even with young kids.
Hot streaks are fun.
What if their youth shows up in the end and they win the division? It's not that
Yeah.
impressive of a division. So, the West is the best. I like the West. The 3 teams in the top of the West
I haven't talked about
the
any-
Rangers, the Astros, and what?
Shohei Ohtani. I haven't talked about any of the personal performances, but I have to interrupt you again. Shohei Ohtani. Unbelievable.
Well, I was going to say the Angels next.
No, I don't care.
Okay, go ahead.
If anyone, doesn't watch ESPN or anything. Shohei Ohtani, 1-hit shutout, complete game. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, and then they played a doubleheader, and then he hit 2 home runs
He did.
in the second game.
In the second game. Very impressive. We've said it over and over again. He's the best baseball player in the world.
There's no way to replicate stuff that he did. And the Angels are all in on Ohtani. They've made tons of deals. CJ Cron, Grinchuk. There's a couple other guys who wrote it down, but it doesn't matter.
Angels did go in.
They're all in.
Because they know that
And they're hot. They're on a roll.
they either have to sell it to him to stay, Or they gotta show this guy that they're in, right? I mean, if they had done nothing after Trout had gotten injured, and this guy still continues to perform the way he continues to perform, if they had done nothing, he would have not thought once about the Angels when the season was over.
Oh,
he would have went.
I love the way the Angels went. It's amazing.
He would have went to the Yankees or the Dodgers or the Padres for all we goddamn well know. But he would not have stayed an Angel. So
the Angels did what they had to do. I love it. And the day of billion-dollar money flying all over the place, you have to try to keep Shohei.
Yeah, because somebody's going to give him $1 billion.
Yeah. I mean, check out the other guys in the West. I mean, they're still paying Verlander.
They took back their two pitchers. I'm blown away by that. The Rangers took back Scherzer, and the Astros took back Verlander, and I felt like they just did this last year and the year before.
Fucked?
I don't know.
And
I don't really.
Mets gave each of these guys like $300 million, and then just sent them back to the team they came from.
And they came from
for like $35 million.
I just don't even understand.
No, the Mets.
And now that he's back on the Astros, I'm going, damn. The Astros are gonna get this push again because they got their ace horse back.
Framber Valdez.
Just don't get it.
No hitter.
No hitter. So
yeah, that just happened, I believe, on my Apple Watch that I don't have.
Yeah. I don't have
Anyway, the AL is sick.
I like the West and the AL.
I
like the East and the AL a whole lot because every team in that is like way above 500 and really.
Yeah.
But the AL West is definitely really it's the division I'm watching just because of the two big trades, because of the pitchers, because of what the Angels did. I'm excited about that division. The division I'm not very excited about when we talk about it. The two wild card teams are in that division though, but it's the East and it's just the Braves. They're like 11 games above everybody.
They're gonna get their best two pitchers back next week. So they were kind of quiet, a little mini shortstop-y guy. So, yeah, the Braves are fine.
The Braves are fine. Yeah, they're 11 up. They've been 11 up for weeks.
Yeah, weeks.
So Phillies and both Marlins both at 57 games.
Moves. Phillies and Marlins think they're in this year.
Well, the Giants are the first place team in the wild card, and they got 58 wins, and the Marlins and the Phillies both have 57 wins.
Marlins picked up.
So why not?
Marlins picked up a closer. They picked up a home run banger. 3 home runs last week. Mr. Berger.
Okay.
From the White Sox. White Sox got rid of everybody.
Right. Well,
and
they're done.
Yeah. No, I mean, unlike the rest of Chicago.
Well, the Cubs didn't do anything, but the Cubs didn't give away anything either.
They did. They got Candelario.
So they did grab somebody.
From Washington.
See, Cubs didn't quit either. The Cubs are also another team in that division that still think they're a part of this whole deal. So, or still think they're a part of the playoffs or wild card is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They still think they're in the wild card. They're in the Reds division, but they still think they're
a
part of the deal. We're going to get there. I'm really excited about the Reds. I'm still so happy about them and the rookie and the kids.
I know you hated this, but did you see when all right, check this out. If anyone's looking, the LA Dodgers fans started harassing Ellie De La Cruz.
I wouldn't do that.
Said overrated.
No, he's not overrated. That's insane.
And if you've been watching Ellie De La Cruz, you'll know that he just hit one 424 feet, way over the right field.
He's got a great swing. He's really tall. He
doesn't mind when people talk shit to him. I think it's fun.
No, he shouldn't. I think he's got all the talent in the world.
Yeah,
so,
agreed.
So yeah, Braves. That's it. That's the NL East. The Braves are probably going to win that division.
Yeah, Mets have sold everyone. Obviously, they're done. They spent $8 trillion on the most expensive team in the history of sports, and they're just selling them for random parts. They're like, their goal is 25-26. Good team.
25-26.
Yeah.
I will not be doing the show at 25-26.
We'll be doing this show.
Do you mean the years 25 and 26, like 2025, 2026?
Like that season.
Or the year 25-26? Because the Mets are really planning out there. That's crazy.
That's what they're understanding. So the Mets are fucked.
Well,
go Marlins, man. anyway, let's go. Where are we at now?
We're with
To the West.
No, we're not the West. We're with my beloved Reds, and they've got a game and a half cushion now. They've given themselves a cushion.
They have,
which is a game and they've been right like tied, or so now they got a little cushion, and the Cubs are 5 back, and they're not like you said. They made a move.
They did. They made tons of moves, man. They kept Bellinger. They kept all their relievers.
They didn't give anybody. That's what they didn't do.
They kept Stroman. And they added Candelario, which is a third baseman, which, I don't know, apparently Chris Bryant is not doing what he's supposed to do.
Oh, Bryant's been there a while now. I mean,
but Candelario could play DH. He could play wherever.
He's a utility.
I don't think the Cubs are going to be an issue.
No, I don't either.
No, it's Cincy and the Brewers.
For that division, yeah. But the Cubs still, like I said, they didn't give anybody away. They kept
8-2 in the last.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So West, all hail the Dodgers, yeah. All hail the Dodgers. All hail the Dodgers.
Yeah, you made probably the 3 worst moves of the trade deadline.
We brought back 2 players.
Sure. None of them have positive awards.
I liked Kiki Hernandez when he was on the.
And he does dance nice.
See,
there is a YouTube dance Kiki thing
in the dugout.
Yeah,
not on the field. So, no, we're 2.5 up. We're holding strong.
Dodgers did nothing. Giants did nothing.
Nothing.
Padres and Diamondbacks added and subtracted a little bit. Not a whole lot of shit.
Not worried about the Padres whatsoever.
No, the whole division just kind of held what it's supposed to do.
Sure. Yeah, and, if the Dodgers weren't going to pick up good pitching, which the guy from the Tigers who said no, that's kind of the big deal, right?
Yeah, that was my favorite thing of the whole thing.
We tried to get that guy.
Right? Yeah, Tigers said Eduardo Rodriguez would rather stay in Detroit.
Would rather stay in Detroit than go to L.A.
Dodgers. My new favorite pitcher.
He said it was due to family, and I can't imagine that there's too many Rodriguez's in Detroit. So I was like, what do you mean family? I don't understand. L.A. or we'll take the family to fucking L.A. I don't.
Whatever it is.
I
love Eduardo Rodriguez.
Yeah, I guess you do. Yeah. So D-backs are only 3.5 back, but I think we might be saying goodbye to them. I'm sorry. I think it's just going to be Giants-Dodgers for the rest of the season. I hate to say it. I liked last year when you guys didn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
But what does matter is the NFL's football season and the FB and Goob's division preview. So here we go.
You know what we should do?
What's that?
We should do AFC East, FB and the Goob.
AFC East. Let's do AFC. Yeah, that's what we're going to do, the AFC East.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Ready?
Yep.
All right, let's start. Who do you want to start with?
Let's start with the Bills, who they were supposed to be champions last year.
They were supposed to win the Super Bowl last year.
They were.
Yep.
Very disappointing.
Yep, and they should start to be worried a little bit because the teams below them are actually getting better and younger. Well, one didn't get younger but got better. They got way older, but they got better. So, but at the same time, Bills, Josh is not getting younger. Stephon Diggs is not any younger than
or happier,
and he's pissier than he was last year.
Yeah,
I mean it's he's not very happy at all. Running back is bad, right? They lost Hines.
They did. I mean, they'll be all right with Damian Harris and James Cook, I believe, Dalvin's little brother.
Yeah, Dalvin's little brother, right?
So they might be all right. Depth not good.
No, I like Damian Harris, though. I thought he played very well for the Patriots and had very good games, especially when you're dealing with Belichick as a coach. And Belichick will put you in one game and you'll run for 126 yards. And then the next game, you get like 4 carries for 10 yards. You know, like the whole game plan has changed. I understand Bill's such a genius, but I don't think Damian got his fair share. You know what I mean? Also, he didn't run a lot. You know, he didn't get beat up in the Patriots organization because he only had 5 good games of 100 yards. And
he reminds me a lot of Najee for the Steelers, who apparently is way more valued, but they're the same person, basically.
Like I say, I like Damian Harris on the Bills.
Yeah, no.
He helps out Allen because he's a bruiser kind of back. Allen doesn't have to Allen runs too much as a quarterback. So for me, he runs too much as a quarterback. You know what I mean? That's just hits way.
So he's going to run less. Stephon
Yes.
Diggs is going to try less. I mean, this is a chance for them to be knocked off. Is that correct or no?
I could see the Buffalo Bills not being the number one team in the
If
division.
Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde, they're old. If they get hurt, like that whole defense could fall apart.
Von Miller also old.
Von Miller is going to be worthless.
Yeah,
basically.
I mean another.
be honest.
So this is an aging team that missed the window kind of deal, which means they're going to have to rebuild around Josh Allen again. If they, I mean, once again, Mr. Brett. As I compared him to last year, I compared him to Brett Favre. I felt like he was this so exciting touchdown, inappropriate interception at the wrong damn time. Josh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I really feel like this is, so I think you're rebuilding around Josh Allen again here very soon, because when you look below them, and the Jets' window is very short in my mind, because Rodgers is what, 2 at the most, 2 years?
Well, no, the Jets' window is really long, but Aaron Rodgers' window is
Right,
about
the
1 year.
Jets' window is very
No,
long.
Yeah, Robert Saleh and the Jets are going to be fine.
They're fine, and they've
Aaron
got a lot of
Rodgers.
youth. I mean, when you get Rookie of the Year in defense and offense in the same year, apparently there's talent there. You have to keep it, of course. So winning a Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers would be helpful.
It would be.
Would be great.
Sure.
That would be very helpful. But at the same time, it's such a tough division, and we're just talking about this division right here.
Damn, man.
And he's still got to beat Miami, and and even Buffalo. Buffalo's got one. This could be the last dance, right?
All right, so you're saying, and I'm saying also, that Buffalo could be knocked off. I mean, they added a little bit here, a little bit there, but they're on the downslide.
I'm saying this could be their last year at the top.
All right, so who do you think has a better chance of knocking them off? The Jets, the Miami, or New England?
Yeah, the best chance I feel. I know Aaron is at the Jets. I think that the best chance could be Miami, just because of the team that
If they can avoid concussions, that would be probably my pick.
the
also.
team they put on the field is the only team I feel that can score against the Jets. 'Cause they
Everyone
are
on the
so
field
fast.
runs a 4-2.
Right, even between the backs and the receivers. 'Cause most of it runs a 4-2-9 or something, right? I mean, he's fast. Tyreek Hill is a goddamn cheetah. Waddle's fast, tight end. That's where they lack is tight end. Let's not leave the Jets yet. I don't want to leave the Jets quite yet. The Jets do come in with, Breece Hall. They come in with Wilson and Corey Davis and Allen Lazard and Randall Cobb, my 2 favorite receivers. We don't have any receivers on my team. We got Allen Lazard and Cobb, and he took them with him. So, and then McCole Hardman, who I think is probably number 3 on the team. You put Lazard and Cobb behind him. So they come in with a pretty dynamic. I mean, if anybody can knock off the Bills, the Jets offense can.
You would think so.
With the aging defense that the Bills have.
No, but the one thing you have to remember is that Aaron Rodgers is awful.
No, with 37%.
He was in the bottom third of the league last year.
I agree.
With the exact same receivers.
Well, I mean, yeah, 2
Minus
old guys and a bunch of
Devontae,
young guys.
Plus Garrett Wilson. I know Garrett Wilson's going to help his QBR immensely.
He should.
And yeah.
Corey Davis is a 5th year, 6th year player.
He could be a fantasy sleeper.
Corey Davis could be a fantasy sleeper with Aaron Rodgers, because Corey Davis is not a child out there in the field. He's an actual 5-year, 6-year vet.
Yeah, he knows what's up.
Lazard. Lazard is not a breakaway receiver.
Jets are not going to win this division. They suck. Rodgers is terrible.
If nobody blocks for Aaron Rodgers,
out.
the Jets are out. If nobody blocks for Aaron Rodgers, the Jets are out.
I mean, their defense is amazing. Robert Saleh is a great defensive coordinator.
Their defense is.
I just don't think Aaron Rodgers is good.
Oh, but that's just always your personal opinion.
No, he
always
was
been your
good in
opinion.
Green Bay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
All
he was
right.
good in Green Bay.
All right, that's all I wanted to hear.
He couldn't be the Niners, but he was good in Green Bay.
And that's what I mean. What if he goes to the Super Bowl and he has to play the Niners? Fucking lose the Super Bowl. That's just, All right, so in Miami, I like Miami. That's who I think if the team stays healthy, Miami's I like the coach. I like McDaniels.
solid.
I like McDaniels. That guy's a nerdy genius of football, and I really do like him. I apparently the Niners system works really well, and since he runs the same system, I mean, it's gotta work. Tua is the key. The receivers are phenomenal. There's not a lot of depth in receiver.
Correct.
If you lose Hill, then Wilson is number one or number. I mean, he's number two with Waddle at number one. Fuck, man, that's a whoa.
I mean, for Miami, you got to think the depth of quarterback and the depth of receiver
Are the key.
Is Mike
Tons
White.
of depth at running back.
Because if Tua gets hurt, Mike White,
Mike White is. No, because the other kid was there last year. What was his name? Sly Silverstone? What the hell the kid's name is?
Skylar Thompson.
Skylar. So I think Skylar's got to be Josh's backup quarterback. I mean, McDaniel's backup quarterback.
It's his second year. He might be
Mike's
ready
backup.
to roll.
Yeah, so I'm thinking Skylar. So let's not take away from Skylar. Yeah. If Tua gets hurt, though, then it's Miami's season is in trouble. So if Hill gets hurt,
I mean, don't you think McDaniel's kind of running the Shanahan offense where you kind of just like throw Brock Purdy in there and maybe make it to the playoffs? I mean, I think they're going to be the Jets. I mean, New England's up and coming, and let's talk about them. I think they have a chance to make some noise in this division.
Well, first of all, I think Mac Jones' first season showed that he was a 10-6.
Mac Jones.
He was a 10-6 quarterback in his first season. Patricia took over as the offensive coordinator, and Matt Patricia, I think, was the offensive line coach.
Bob's back in New England.
So Mr. O'Brien's back.
B.O.B.
Yeah, so he's back in New England. So that's going to be a huge help for the just Patriots on offense. And then when you go and look at the team, it's Juju Smith-Schuster, which is a new addition.
Solid.
Thornton, that's a nice little addition.
Sure.
Hunter Henry at tight end is somebody who's solid you can rely on. And then we've got this decent offensive line with with Williams and Cole. Well, the Cole Strange project.
The Cole Strange project.
So listen, if Cole Strange wins a Super Bowl with Bill Belichick, I'll be like, man, Bill Belichick's a fucking genius.
I think put it on the board.
Right? Put Cole Strange holding Belichick on his shoulders, saying thank you for drafting the first Chattanooga player of all time. Thank you so much.
Very possible.
Very possible. So no, I don't. If the Patriots take second place in the division, don't be like.
Can you give me an FB prediction
of who's going to win the division?
Give me 1 through 4. That's a tough one. Everyone's got to put their balls on the line.
And the Jets' first 5 or 6 games, they could be 2-4.
Jets,
because it's a really tough start.
They're not going to win the division. I'll tell you that.
So because they play Kansas City in that little first few games, and that's probably a loss because they're still trying to put their team together. Kansas City is not trying to put their team together. So I mean, if the Jets start off 3-3 and the Bills start off 5-1, and it's like, oh man, we got an interesting game going on here, So I don't know. If you want my honest opinion, it's going to be the Bills, the Jets, Miami, Patriots. Why not?
All right,
and the Jets will get in on a wild card.
I'm gonna go completely opposite.
No, that's fine.
I'm gonna go Dolphins.
I told you it could be the best.
Patriots.
Team. I said number 2.
Bills. Jets. Aaron Rodgers sucks.
But Aaron Rodgers has to play all 17 games because if they get last and he plays all 17 games, Packers get like an extra first round pick for happy.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me. So no. AFC East, interesting division, one to definitely watch. When you're gonna watch it because it's got Aaron Rodgers now, and it's got Allen, and it's got who's gonna win that rivalry?
Now that the Rams and Cardinals suck, that's the best division.
O'Brien is back, so you're like, oh, how's that gonna go? Good old, and that it's Bill, right? Is it Bill?
Yeah, Bill O'Brien.
Bill O'Brien. Oh, Bob. Bill O'Brien. That's fine. Bob. Yeah, that's fine.
I got you. Sorry.
You got me there, you motherfucker. So, I'm excited for that division. I'm excited, of course, to see. Part of me wants Aaron Rodgers to be successful, and part of me wants Aaron Rodgers to lose. So, that's how it goes. Who didn't lose this week? Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Texas via Australia, the Aussie from Texas, Christian Buescher. Oh, that's NFL. Chris Buescher. He's a NASCAR racer. Where's StatGUY at? Throw some at StatGUY.
Yo, Super excited. This is the first time I've been a fan of a NASCAR guy.
You should be excited.
And he won a race.
Well, no, he won a race. Here's the deal, man. I kept telling you, you're in the top 16. You're in the top 16. You're top 16. You need to win a race. And what did you do?
In Richmond.
You won it in Richmond.
Busher,
the Aussie from Texas.
The Outback King.
The Outback King.
Won Richmond.
Wow,
I'm excited. I'm pumped. I'm in the chase.
You're in the chase. You are now in the chase.
It's been a long time since Chris Busher's been in the chase. It's been 7 years.
7 years, yeah.
Only
this is his third race won?
Only our third win.
Yeah. Well, you win, you get into the chase.
Yeah. So we're pumped.
You should be pumped.
The Goob is pumped.
I'm not as pumped. You know, I watched Tyler Reddick again. Once again, Tyler Reddick. Here goes Tyler Reddick. He's in second. He's in first. He's in third. A whole race is not something Tyler Reddick has figured out yet. It's either driver error going into the pits. It's either mismanagement of adjusting the car throughout the race to keep the car within the top 4 or 5, so you have the opportunity to win the race. Okay. Or it's just car failure. You know what I mean? And so we've been here the whole year. It's been like, and this is why we're stagnant. And we don't have more wins than we should have. I think the kid should have 2 or 3 more wins than he does, and he doesn't have the wins because of just this.
Pit crew sucks.
Not pit crew sucks. Whole team has just not figured it out yet. You know what I mean? Can't put together a full race and do everything correct. Busher put together a full race from the beginning of the race, from adjusting his car to get up to the place where he could dominate the race. And even on the restart, he dominated with a 3-lap restart with Denny Hamlin sitting next to you, and you win that restart and win that race. Kudos to you, because that's not easy to do. We are both in the chase. That's great. I think the thing that interests me the most is I went through everything. We got 4 races left. We're going to finish at Daytona, and then we're going to start in Darlington, correct?
And both our guys get to play, right?
Both were in. But there's two guys in the top 13, 14. They don't have any wins, and that's Kevin Harvick. And who did I got here? I got Kevin Harvick and somebody. There's another guy with no wins.
Well, Happy Harvick.
Brad Keselowski. So Brad Keselowski and Happy Harvick, no wins with 4 races left, and literally could just simply fall out if 2 or 3 guys win a couple races. Casey Elliott needs to win to get in. Ty Gibbs needs a win. Allmendinger, Suarez. There's a lot of really good racers who could pick up a win in the next 4 races and knock out Harvick, knock out Keselowski. When this all said and done, if we're sitting just on points and right down here is 2 guys with wins and they don't have wins, everything switches. I'm totally.
You know what's kind of crazy is next week is Michigan, which Happy Harvick is the defending champion.
Happy Harvick has driven Michigan very well for his whole career. So.
Right, so that might be his win.
I bet you if you looked up right now how many wins Brad Keselowski had at Michigan, you'd be surprised. I bet you Keselowski was probably a Michigan winner. So I bet you Keselowski and Harvick are expecting something big this week for them. But what happens if Ty Gibbs wins the race or Casey Elliott wins the race? Then we're
loving it.
Oh man, I can't wait. I'm excited. Yeah, I really am excited for the last 4 races.
For a couple guys, right?
I would like to see, like 15 guys with wins and like 1 guy without a win, just like sitting there at the bottom trying to get in. That's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Daytona, to finish it with Daytona, that's awesome. It's classic. It's the way it should be.
Sounds like fun.
It is. How about you? Soccer. You look like you had fun this week watching soccer.
I totally did. No. The Goob was all about USA Soccer. Honestly, we did not play well. USA Soccer has problems. We have to deal with it. We have moved on to the group stage.
Okay.
Fantastic, right? Mm-hmm. All right, so final 16. And we're going to play Sweden, who's been playing way better than us.
But we've made it.
We've made it. Honestly, like, you remember the classics, Megan Rapinoe, Alex Morgan.
I do remember the classics.
All right, so nowadays we have Dennis Rodman's girl, Trinity Rodman. We have Samantha Smith and a few other very younger people, and they're not connecting because they're putting Smith and Rodman with Alex Morgan or putting Rose Lavelle with a couple other forwards. My question to you is, what do you think? Do you think we should put all the young kids together and just see what happens? Or do we just throw the old guard in? And, like, because they're World Cup.
Haven't we always had like a mix of old and young though? Throughout the
like,
years, haven't there always been like there's like Mia Hamm's in the middle or Rapinoe? We had that, but we always had the younger girls bouncing around. I mean, so I just wonder, there's not a mix?
There is. There's a ton of mix, but I just don't think it's working.
You're saying it's not. So you're saying
I think we go super young right away and then bring in the old guard, Alex Morgan, Rapinoe, Roosevelt, right at the end. And then, I don't know. We have to change something.
As a substitutional kind of deal is what you're saying. Start off the first 80 minutes with the young.
70 minutes.
70, and then substitute in Rapinoe and if we're not winning.
We have to change something. We're not as good as, like I said, we're almost to the final 16. Japan looks amazing. Australia is the home team. They look great. England, Sweden, who I think we're probably going to play depending on how the group plays out,
right,
has been playing way better than us.
When you said that,
so we're in trouble. USA's in trouble. We have to play better. We have to make some changes.
When you said we were 4 inches away from beating,
no, Portugal could have knocked us out, and they swung in a crazy shot right at the end, and it hit the post. And if that would have went in, the two-time defending champ USA women's soccer team would have been eliminated.
Oh, okay. Well, that's listen, everything's games of inches, right? So
yeah, you need a little luck for every championship.
Game of inches.
That might have been ours.
All right. Well, there you go.
All right.
Well, listen. When does it start? When does that start back up?
I believe the USA will probably play Sweden Sunday.
Okay.
They haven't announced it yet, but yeah, this weekend, United States, Sweden, we're gonna need as much American sport as we can get because Swedes are playing good.
And is it lose and out now?
Oh yeah, knockout stage.
Final
so we're
in the knockout stage. Okay, good. Well, that's it. Then we definitely need the support, El Tiburon and all of you people out there.
Now we do it.
Yeah. So speaking of El Tiburon, let's fan shout outs. I think that's where El Tiburon comes from. So what the hell? Let's start with let's start with at El Tiburon 2796.
It doesn't mean shark.
No.
It means fan shout outs.
Fan shout outs. Well, we're doing fan shout outs now, and we're starting with this guy right here. Is love it, Goob. And the reason he loves it is because Goob did his own Niner segment. We're doing our own segments now for our own football teams and our own sports teams, so we don't spend too much time on the show that we're just trying to wrap up the week's sports with.
I mean, I'll be honest. The Goob was jealous of FB, so I had to come back strong.
He did. He had to come back strong. I did my own Packer segment. Apparently, El Tiburon did not care to watch that one and shout that one out, so whatever, it doesn't matter.
Let's see here. The Good Time Tavern sponsors, FB and the Goob sponsors, the Pack. What was it? The Pack?
Pack Talk with FB.
Pack Talk. And Niners 3G.
And Niners 3G. So, yeah. So, thanks, El Tiburon. 27.
Go Penguins.
96.
Penguins!
Joe B.
Love that guy.
Love this guy. Best one yet, he says. Yes, and he agreed. Because I believe I was the one that said best one yet, and he said yes. He agreed it was yes, but the audio sucked. Yeah, we're sorry about the audio of last week's video. We didn't get through the last of it while going through it, and it was going already and processing, and we didn't realize we were wom and echoing, and so.
But I hate when I don't know when I'm wom.
Yeah. So, but thanks for the best show yes agreement. We appreciate you, Joe B. You got any shout-outs?
Yeah, man. I got some shout-outs. I want to give a shout-out to my man. No, wait, you go first.
Oh, well, I'm going to shout out the great Paul Rubin.
The great Paul Rubens?
Or as everybody else knows him as Pee Wee Herman.
Hashtag fashion. You know what he made fashionable?
That bike and that suit and that haircut and that laugh. No. for me, growing up as a kid, like it was like Captain Kangaroo and Mr. Rogers and all these other things. Just to see somebody make this like kind of like adult, funnier version of it, like it's like, wait a minute, it was easy to adjust to. It was easy to watch.
My parents scared me by going, Large Marge is going to get you. You
Really?
remember Large Marge?
Yes. So
Scary.
So it had an effect on your life too.
Of course.
And
I stopped jerking off in theaters too.
Oh man, I wasn't gonna bring that up. I thought he was better than that.
You were.
No, I wasn't. I was gonna leave it away. I wasn't gonna talk about it at all.
I was gonna bring it up twice.
Not only that, with Cheech and Chong's, he was also in Cheech and Chong's next movie with his small little first role.
Did not jerk off in that movie.
Hope not. That was just a movie about potheads. Pee-wee's Big Adventure and Pee-wee's Playhouse, and all of those are, well, huge parts of my life. So shout out to Pee-wee Herman. Shout out to Paul Rubens. Who you got, man?
Oh, I want to give one quick shout out to a local legend.
A local legend.
Santa Clara's own Sabrina Bolden.
Local
you know what
legend.
she did?
No clue.
She was recruited by the Philippines and scored a goal for them as a Philippine World Cup person. And first ever World Cup goal for Philippines. Santa Clara girl.
Nice. Shout out. That's awesome.
Totally Filipino. Cheers.
Is she really? I hope so.
Sort of.
Oh, she's probably born in Santa Clara.
Something like that.
Either way, shout out for getting a goal in the World Cup. That's really actually all that matters, actually.
Thumb wrestling.
Yeah, I'm FB.
I'm the goob.
Peace. I wasn't.